morning, Indian Trail. This is Mr. Looping with your daily Wildcat Wire news. Today is Monday, April 26, 2021. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today we will see partly cloudy skies with gusty winds developing during the afternoon and a high of 78 degrees. This morning, we continue to discuss our character creed trait of courageousness. How can you demonstrate courageousness in school? Courageous people believe in themselves. They know who they are and what they stand for. You always know where courageous people stand. They're passionate about their beliefs and values and have consistent and predictable behavior. They know the difference between right and wrong. They don't just talk about honor, they live it every day, backing their words with their actions. They aren't afraid of swimming against the tide or challenging the status quo. They step outside of their comfort zone to meet challenges that lie ahead. They follow their intuition. If information required to make a good decision isn't available, they follow their instincts. They know that it's not enough to talk about doing something, instead, they act. Have you ever witnessed someone standing up to a bully? Someone who put themselves out there for someone else. This is a time when they have demonstrated courageousness. Have you ever tried out for a team or activity? Even if you didn't make the team, you are courageous for trying. It's normal for people to feel nervous. But if you are determined enough to achieve your goal, you must take a leap to be courageous. Recently, I had a student that did not get picked up after school. When we finally got a hold of their parent, we ended up driving them home. When we asked them their address, the student didn't know. So thankfully, we have all that information on file. But boys and girls, that's a safety concern. We have become too heavily reliant on these things. So before I get to my life lesson, I want you to click on the link and without checking your phone, give me your street address, your city, your state, and your zip code. And more importantly, do you know one of your parents' phone numbers by memory? If not, that's a safety concern. If you are unable to do this, boys and girls, you have homework over the weekend. Memorize it. Because you know why? That's a safety concern. Anyway, on to my life skill. This is a mailing envelope. Now, at some point, you will need to know how to mail something, whether a letter or a bill, something. Now, it came to my attention that some of our students have no idea what to do with this. So let me explain. All right, Wildcats, so here is your life lesson. Now, first of all, always make sure when you are filling out an envelope, you don't want to look like a fool, so make sure that the flap is at the top when you go to write on it. You have 3 different areas here that you are going to attend to when filling out any kind of envelope. The first one is going to be right here in the middle, all right? You are going to write who you are sending this to. I am going to send this to Mrs. Archer. So as I zoom in, you're going to see, obviously, you're writing the name of the person that you're sending this to, the street number and address, 17 Cherry Tree Lane, which happens to be the same address as Mary Poppins, the city, the state, and the zip code. Now, in case something happens to this mail, we have to put a return address. Who does this get returned to if it's lost or this is an undeliverable address? Well, you, of course. So here, I'm going to put my address. And as you all know, I live at Indian Trail. So you can see that you have the return address in the upper left corner. Mailing address is in the middle. Return address in the top left. Now something's missing. What could it be? The other day someone was asked to put some postage on an envelope and they didn't know what postage meant. So what is missing? Well, yes, a stamp. You would put your stamp right here. Now, if I go and waste a stamp, Mrs. Miller is going to yell at me, so let's pretend that square is where my stamp would go. If for some reason you are putting a number of papers in this, it might be a little bit heavier, so you might have to put 2 stamps. Now, if you go to mail a package, you're going to have to take that to the post office, weigh it, and you will pay for postage separately. But this is how you would address any envelope, any package, anything, so it gets to the person, and in case it gets lost, it can come back to you. Now, I understand that physical mail is something that is slowly dwindling away, but you will need to know how to do this someday. And you will need to know your address. And if you don't, that's a safety concern. And this has been a Life Skill with Lubing. Attention any students interested in trying out for boys basketball, girls soccer, and those who want to join cross country. Please make sure you complete the interest survey. Ms. Bishop uses this information to make sure that you have everything you need for tryouts. For those who want to join cross country, you need to make sure everything is complete so you can start practicing on the first day. In order to try out for a sport or join cross country, you must have everything turned in by tomorrow, Tuesday, April 27th. Season 3 for sports begins on Wednesday, April 28th. All athletes trying out for a sport or who want to join cross country need an up-to-date physical on file in the office, a completed online concussion form, and a completed online COVID form. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Bishop. Attention all 8th grade girls attending Plainfield Central High School. Reminder, tryouts for the Pomcats dance team will be held on April 26th and 28th, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday from 2:30 to 4 at Plainfield Central Freshman Center Gym. For more information, check out the flyer on the Indian Trail website. Only a few more weeks to finish our spring reading contest. Remember to fill in your bookmark with the title of every book you check out and read from our library. We are excited to announce our first Indian Trail Summer Reading Club, the Bobcats, Books Over Break Cats. Students who sign up for this club will receive a free book before the end of the school year. They will read it over the summer, and we will meet to discuss it next school year. Only 6th and 7th grade students are eligible for this club. Sorry, 8th graders. This year, we'll be reading City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. Check it out.
Ever since I almost drowned, I can pull back the veil that separates the living from the dead. I wouldn't even be alive, but my best friend Jacob saved me. He's a ghost, and I'm the only one who can see him. Now, my parents investigate the world's most haunted places, finding ghosts in the living world and beyond the veil. But the spirits aren't just restless, they're angry and dangerous. If I'm going to survive, I have a lot to learn about the veil, Jacob, and myself.
Attention all students needing just a little bit more help on some of your schoolwork. We are still running our evening tutoring program, Trail Mix, this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 3:15 to 7:15. Drop in using the Zoom link you can find on the Indian Trail website, and one of our tutors will be more than glad to help. This week is the last week for the program, so stop by for help while you still can. So listen up, Wildcats. Spring is in the air, and I get it. Everyone is getting a little antsy and a little too comfortable. So remember, all safety guidelines are still in place. You must be wearing a mask, and most all of you are, but it needs to cover your nose and mouth. You need to be following the directional arrows during passing periods and go directly to your next class. No extra laps. And there is no reason you should be going into a classroom that you are not in to visit with a friend. And lastly, do not seat hop on the bus, and you need to do your part to help keep each other safe. That about wraps it up for us here today. Remember that today is an A Day. Be sure that you attend your A Day Encore classes. Also, today is a school improvement day, meaning there will be no office hours available this afternoon. Thank you again for watching, and remember to start each day with a positive attitude, face new challenges, and always rise above. Have a great day, Wildcats.